Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and we're back with another episode of Coaster Spotlight. And in today's episode, we're going to be looking at new World Voyage Oasis Coaster created by stormriderash. So stay tuned, and let's check it out. Alright, this is another submission sent in by Stormrider. Stormrider is also known as Blue Storm, one of our newer patrons and Discord members. Thank you so much for your support, Blue Storm. It's greatly appreciated. And he says in the description of his email, my second project that I worked on, I don't really have much to say, so I'll leave it up to you, the coaster and the scenery, to create the right picture. You might need to change the music for the ride, add its instrumental taken from anime I watched, so I don't want you to get pulled on music. All right, just so you know, Blue Storm, if you have custom music, it won't affect me. The game will automatically plug in like no music or default music if the song isn't found in my library. So unless I've already downloaded it and put in the game before I've loaded it up. So I mentioned this back when Lassarian submitted a park. I put the music files in after I loaded up the park, and he said he did some testing and he found that as long as the music files are in your folder when you load up the park, it should automatically hook them up. Now they must have snuck this in an update, because I swear I tested this before and I had to keep rehooking up speakers. So that is a good fun fact to know. So a quick look at the Steam Workshop everyone. New World Voyage Oasis Coaster by stormriderash. Links will be down in the description as always. Come rate it, favorite it, subscribe to it. He says a launch coaster that takes you through a lush scenery overflowing with nature and multiple waterfalls. Even though it's a roller coaster, you're in for a massive soak as the coaster launches you up waterfalls, cascading waterways. The coaster used for this was uploaded as Oasis, but I have a finished version with a train running through the scenery. I could upload it as a blueprint, but take a look and enjoy if you want the challenge. Why not building your very own park from this starting point? I like it. All right, so let's take a better look at this. I like the idea of these water coasters, guys, and I've actually been inspired by this, and I have an idea for the future for my own water coaster. I really want to get to it. I'm going to be waiting for the new update, but I love this idea of a launch torque coaster going through these waterfalls and stuff and soaking the people along the way. A really unique idea, and I really enjoy this. So we saw this a while ago with Cure, what was it called? Something Cure. It was really neat. So I like this idea, and I want to see more of it because we're so limited on water rides right now with the log flume and the river rapids only. It's really interesting to see these coasters that you get soaked on. So I enjoy this concept, and here's the layout here. Let's see how many pieces this is. He said he added a train so he couldn't upload it as a blueprint. There's a lot of pieces, almost 4,000. So definitely be difficult to get this into a blueprint, but it's a bit of a shame because it almost feels like it could be a blueprint. It would be a nice blueprint if you could pull it off, but just a little bit too many rocks, but that's all right. The coaster itself looks really well designed. Lots of inversions, cobra rolls, lots of banks and twists and spirals. And then lots of splashing. Very nice indeed. Let's see if there's any nighttime lighting on this bad boy. Ooh, very cool. I like it. I like this concept that there's a train running through. Maybe you could get more trains on this, like crank the number of trains running around. I think it's really neat if you're riding the coaster and you just see this train like almost crash into you. It's got me thinking if there's any other fun uses for that, because it's definitely really interesting to have a coaster passing by a train at full speeds, but getting the timing right could be tricky. But I'm wondering if there's any uses for that, and maybe you guys can come up with some ideas of your own, because I think that's an interesting concept, intertwining multiple coasters with like scenery train rides going past them. It looks really nice, and I love the use of all his bushes. Like he's incorporated these little red ones, and they kind of look like little flowers poking out here and there. It's really lush and vibrant. So looks really good during the daytime, and looks really good at the nighttime. However, because there's so much water and stuff, I feel like because the game renders water quite strangely, I feel like this one's going to excel a lot better during the daytime. Anyways, enough talking. Let's take a better look at the stats on the coaster. 6.79 excitement, a 5 fear, and a 2.1 nausea. Very good stats. Here's a look at the results if you want to pause it and take a look at that for yourself. And I say we just get on this thing. So here's the... Wait, that's not the boarding station. Here's the boarding station. It's a pretty basic design. However, it's kind of hidden in the rocks and the trees. And there are some little posts and lanterns and stuff on it, so it works. I find these boarding stations kind of awkward to decorate unless you put them in a building. And so when you're doing an outdoor scenic coaster like this, it's not exactly the easiest thing to make look pretty without putting a fat building on it, which isn't the intention here. So I'm going to pause it. We're going to get on this. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Look at this. I really like that. Maybe a big splash there as they're coming down would be awesome. Triggered event splash. And here as well. Splash. Oh! We're not gonna make it! Love it. It is a little herky-jerky at some points, especially that beginning spot. It kind of herks one way and jerks the other way. Not too bad, though. It just could use a little bit more smoothing, a little bit more refining. Let's take a quick look at it in cinematic. Oh, little lag spot. Very nice. Love the shot of the other coaster coming by too. It's a good duration on this as well. I really enjoyed it. Very exciting coaster. That trim brake area is hilariously wobbly. One thing I would give for feedback or a recommendation here, this area here, okay, you got the mist down here. That's an interesting choice. We saw this in the last episode. Somebody put in bubbling water spouts. These little guys, or was it a little bit bigger maybe? These ones. I think this is kind of neat. Maybe have some rocks in here. I don't know. You know what I would do is... I like the idea of angling it in such a way that it looks like the water, the coaster's literally like hitting the water as it's going by. Just like the bottom's catching or something. And it's causing this forward splash. And you set that to the triggered event, like right as it hits here, it goes splash. And then you're coming back this way, and you're just about to hit the water. So I would angle one this way. Obviously do a little bit better job than I am here of aligning these. But I'm just giving it a general idea. And I think that's kind of cool. Like, there's all this water, and because it's kind of splashy and stuff, you're coming through and hitting it. I kind of like that. And if it was triggered just right, it might give some pretty good effects. Yeah. And you had another spot where you came straight down at the water. Where was it? Huh. Wasn't here, was it? No. Okay, it was here. You're coming straight down at the water, and maybe a splash, like splash coming at you, as if you were coming in the water, and then as you're leaving the water, splash going out. In fact, you could technically... Let me see this. I think you could trick the game. I could have sworn I saw somebody get water. Maybe you have to actually have it completely submerged. You can't do it halfway. That's unfortunate. I was gonna... Yeah, if it's completely submerged, I think you can get the whole thing underwater, but maybe not half submerged. Darn. I haven't really played around with the idea of submerging things underwater, but yeah, I guess it has to be completely underwater or not at all. But I have seen people do underwater coasters and stuff. Actually, you know what? Somebody did it in 30,000 feet under the sea or whatever it was. They did it so that the coaster actually submerged, like it went through into the water. So there is a way to do it. I just don't know how. Maybe it's because there's pathing here? No, but Extraordinaire got pathing underwater. There's something conflicting with it, and there is a way to do it so that the coaster can go into the water. So my thoughts here would, if you could somehow pull it off so that it actually goes into the water here and then comes out of the water with some big splashes, that would be amazing. I have to play around with this in the future, guys, so maybe something for you guys to play around with as well. Maybe you can figure it out and let me know. But there is a way to submerge coasters under the water, and we saw that in the 30,000 feet or 30,000 leagues under the sea or whatever it was. Anyways, enough of that. I just thought it would be really cool to get this a little bit more wild and wet going into the water. I thought maybe if I could get the water raised up to about here, certain aspects of the coaster would automatically be submerged. In fact, maybe it's because the boarding station has to be higher than the water. That's probably what it is. So if the boarding station was higher up, it might work. Yeah, I think that would be it. I'm gonna have to play around with it. Anyways, let's give this thing a quick ride at nighttime. I've kind of messed up the terrain, but all right, here we go. Oh, I love that spot. there you have it, everybody. That, once again, everybody, that was the New World Voyage Oasis Coaster. Really enjoyed it. Love this idea of water coasters. I wish it could be a placeable blueprint. I just don't know what you would have to sacrifice in order to make that happen. Nonetheless, the coaster ride was very, very good design. Love the aspects of water. The lighting was really great. Overall, just a really great experience. It could use a little bit of smoothing in some spots, but I generally, other than that, I'm just nitpicking. So really good job indeed, Blue Storm. Thank you so much for your submission. And that's going to do it for this episode of Coaster Spotlight, everybody. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos. And let me know what you guys thought of New World Voyage Oasis Coaster down in the comments below. All right, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.